Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream. Glad to be back after a night off last night. Good to see you guys all back. Hope you guys are all ready for Easter. Can't believe it's already Thursday. Nuts. This week is just absolutely flying by. Alright, so we have our aircraft right now. Cold and dark at LAX here. We're gonna prepare, set up the jetway, set up all of our computers, etc. On the power here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic week.
Request accepted.
Not working too hard, of course. Alrighty, so
Los Angeles ground, Spirit Wings Tree 26 requesting the end of pushback.
Spirit Wings Tree 26 request to end pushback received.
we'll bring up our sim breacher. So we're going to be departing runway 25.
Los Angeles ground, Spirit Wings Tree 26 with golf ready to taxi IFR.
Spirit Wings Tree 26 taxi to hold short of runway 24
Okay,
left.
so we're going to be departing 25 right, number 2 departure, scatter, transition.
Contact tower on 133.9 wind
And
ready.
then in Portland, we're going to be doing the Timber 2 arrival.
Taxiing hold short runway 24 left by taxiway Delta 10 Delta Delta 9er Delta Delta 8 Echo Echo 6 Spirit Wings Tree 26.
Block fuel today will be 7,557 kilograms of fuel. There's that. Turn on our nav lights. Alright, TCAS. So we're going to have a nice sunset departure out of Los Angeles tonight. It'll be gorgeous. And we're going to start loading our baggage up. And we're going to set our flight plan into our MCDU. So we're going to be departing 25 right. Number 2 departure. And the scatter transition. I'm going to insert that. So that will populate our flight plan here. Also, if we bring up our nav graph charts here, So we're currently parked so we're at Bradley International Terminal at gate 157. And if we go to our Portland, we'll check our constraints here. But actually, first, before we do that, guys, I'm going to start boarding the passengers here before that's like the last thing I start doing. That should be the first thing I start doing. We're going to send that at 158 souls on board today. And passenger boarding is in progress. So here we go back to our Portland charts here. And for our approach to Timbers 2, our nav approach. There's the Spencer transition. So I just want to see where our first constraint is. So at Moxie, we have to be above 240. At Portland, we have to be below 240 and above 1000. And no faster than 270 knots. Okay, so at Vance, so Vance is going to be our first. It's going to be our first constraint that I'm going to put into our flight plan here. So that's where our top of descent is going to be based off Vance, just so we can reach those constraints there. So we're going to go back to our flight plan here. We're going to go to our departure, and we're going to set a reference fix for Vance. And we're going to set that for 95 nautical miles. So that will set a radius around Vance of 95 nautical miles. So once we cross that blue radius circle, that's when we'll start our descent. So for our taxi, doing a 25 right departure. So we're going to taxi via the apron and to Charlie. Follow Charlie to Charlie 1. And then we're going to make a left onto Bravo. And we're going to hold short. We're just going to go Charlie 1, cross Bravo, Foxtrot, and then we're going to hold short. I'm going to 25 right. We're not doing a full takeoff tonight. We're going to get rid of our chart. We don't need those at this point in time. So we're going to do a flaps 1 takeoff. Flux counts up 48 degrees. And once our passengers are loaded up, we'll get our V speeds. We're also going to set Vance in our program. so we can get a distance. So right now we're 690 nautical miles, so we don't have to worry about descending yet. That was a joke. That's not descending, no longer now. Green brightness is turned up here. We'll call our catering service off. We don't need more food in here. This guy's coming in hot. I love the sound full. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. That sound. ZOTAC. Block fuel of 75, 57. Maybe 7600. You know what? Let's just go max. So I know we're not even close to being loaded up yet. I only at like 50. 79, okay. We're above what I thought. We'll go back to our inert page here. We got our block fuel of 77.6. Look at our ideal fuel weight and center of gravity. Once our passengers are loaded up here. And it's still early for this, but we'll do our destination. Let's try. Honestly guys, I just use this. Whatever's here I just throw in there. It's not going to be that much of a difference. And if it all of a sudden the wind does change drastically, I will change it, but good, 78 for it. So, yes, I did live because we do need our Niagara crash cards one more time. So, what runway was it? 10 right. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we got minimum decision height. 440 feet. We'll come back here, Navarro, 440. There we go. That is done. One last thing before we set our APU and get all that stuff going. We'll set our pre-planned pushback. There's only one way we can push back this way. But LAX here is very tight. We're going to do a very sharp push backwards. I like to go a little bit sharper, but that will work. So we got that good. Our IRS is aligned. Got our flight plan out. Everything looks good. I know we do have a. Oh, we have to put in our destination stuff, so. Right. Numbers 2. Capo. And. If you guys are just tuning in, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from and how your week's going. Got any big plans for the weekend? Or if you're one of those unfortunate ones that have to work this weekend? We're going to set our APU switches. We're going to turn the APU on. Turn our fuel pumps on. Battery switches on. Wait for flaps to open. APU starter switches on. We're almost loaded up here. Perfect. Could be a good time in here. We'll pull our baggage away here. Alright, we are fully loaded up. There's our V-speeds. Speed 139, 135 for rotate, and 131 or 34 for V1. Whoa, I was not expecting that right there, but that's okay. That guy came out of nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking on behalf of the entire crew. It's my pleasure to welcome you on board. Sit back, relax, enjoy the service, and thanks for having chosen Air Canada. Mesdames, Messieurs, votre commandant. Alors, détendez-vous, je vous souhaite à tous un très bon moment.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome aboard Air Canada, with the best airline in North America at the SkyTrack World Airline Awards. Thanks to you, our customers. Your service director for this flight. We're pleased to have you with us today. We invite you to relax, enjoy this flight. On today's flight, we're pleased to be of service in English and in French. Once again, welcome aboard. C'est la mission encore une fois. Bonsoir, bienvenue à bord du survol d'Air Canada, et numéro transporteur aérien d'Amérique du Nord à l'occasion des World Airline Awards de SkyTrack. Distinction obtenue grâce à vous, nos clients. Mon nom est Addons, je suis votre directeur de bord. Nous sommes heureux de vous accueillir ce soir. Je pense que ce vol sera très agréable. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes heureux de vous servir en français.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
Lead switches on.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed, and all ground equipment is removed.
Parking brakes released.
We are cleared for start and push. Okay, cleared for push start. Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence. It will start in the sequence.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start our engine. Oh, he's on. Oh. He's flashing. Okay, and we're gonna start with our engine start sequence. We're gonna turn our beacon on, get our AP switches on. I didn't turn the seatbelt switch on. Hoping no one was standing up back there. And ignition to start. And going ahead with engine number 2 start.
Welcome aboard Air Canada.
Bienvenue à bord d'Air Canada.
For your safety and comfort, we ask that you pay attention to this short video. So join us as we explore all that Canada has to offer.
Pour votre sécurité et votre confort, soyez attentifs à cette courte vidéo. Joignez-vous à nous pour explorer tout ce que le Canada peut offrir.
Please place baggage in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you.
Veuillez ranger vos bagages dans le coffre supérieur ou sous le siège devant vous.
In preparation for takeoff, make sure you're comfortably seated, with your seat back upright and tray table stowed.
En prévision du décollage, prenez soin de vous asseoir confortablement, de redresser le dossier de votre siège et de ranger la tablette.
You must wear your seatbelt when the seatbelt sign has been turned on, and we suggest wearing it even when the sign is turned on.
Vous devez porter votre ceinture lorsque la consigne des ceintures est allumée. Mais nous suggérons de la porter même lorsque la consigne est éteinte.
Fasten your seatbelt by adjusting it around your hip. To release it, lift the upper portion or press on the release button.
Attachez votre ceinture et ajustez-la autour de vos hanches. Pour la détacher, soulevez la partie supérieure de la boucle ou appuyez sur le bouton de dégagement.
Seatbelt and no smoking signs are located throughout the aircraft. Please comply with them at all times.
Les consignes de ceinture et d'interdiction de fumer se trouvent à différents endroits dans l'avion. Veuillez les respecter en tout temps.
It is prohibited to smoke, to use electronic cigarettes, or to consume your own alcohol on board.
Il est interdit de fumer, d'utiliser des cigarettes électroniques ou de consommer son propre alcool à bord.
Your portable electronic devices must be set to airplane mode until an announcement is made upon arrival.
Les appareils électroniques portatifs doivent être réglés en mode avion jusqu'à l'annonce de ce sujet à l'arrivée.
If your
Let's
electronic
go
device
taxi
falls in your
clearance
seat,
here.
do not move your seat or try to retrieve it yourself, as it poses a fire hazard. Notify your cabin crew immediately to ensure the safe retrieval of the device.
Si votre appareil électronique glisse dans votre siège, ne bougez pas votre siège et n'essayez pas de le récupérer, au risque d'un incendie. Avertissez immédiatement le personnel de cabine afin qu'il le récupère en toute sécurité.
Should an emergency happen, place your
Got our
seat flat on the
ignition
floor
back to
and
normal.
prop the head against the seat in front of you.
So that's locked.
Or rest your head and chest into your lap.
Parking brake
Grasp your
turned
ankles
off.
or wrap your arms under your legs.
En cas d'urgence, posez vos pieds à plat au sol et appuyez le dessus de votre tête contre le siège devant vous. Ou bien, penchez-vous et appuyez votre tête et votre poitrine sur vos cuisses. Ensuite, saisissez vos chevilles ou passez vos bras sous vos
All
jambes.
green. We'll check cabin once we get closer to departure here.
The illustrated card in
And
your
we
seat
got
pocket
visual.
or magazine rack explains the many safety features of this aircraft. Please review it sometime before takeoff.
La carte illustrée placée dans la pochette ou le porte-revue près de vous explique les nombreuses
We
mesures
are
de
outta here.
sécurité propres à cet avion. Veuillez en prendre connaissance avant le décollage.
If there is a need to evacuate the aircraft, leave your baggage behind and follow the seat-mounted lighting to the nearest emergency exit.
S'il faut évacuer l'avion, laissez vos bagages à bord et suivez l'éclairage sur les sièges jusqu'à l'issue la plus proche.
There are 4 exits located on each side of the aircraft.
I
All of
remember
these
when
are
you could
indicated
actually
by a
just do
green
the
exit sign.
flight
Please
assistant
locate the one nearest
taxi
you.
at the runway.
Il y a 4 issues de
I knew it
secours de
actually,
chaque côté de l'avion.
taxi
Chacune d'elles est indiquée par une enseigne.
Pretty accurately actually.
Veuillez
right
repérer
there.
celle qui est la plus près de vous.
Now if you hit it, it just sets the
If the
parking
cabin
brake
pressure
and
changes, an oxygen mask or a tab will drop from the panel above you. Remain seated. Pull the mask or the tab to bring the mask towards you. Use the support strap to hold the mask over your mouth and nose and breathe normally. Always secure your own mask before assisting another person.
Si la pression de la cabine change, un masque à oxygène ou une languette tombera du panneau au-dessus de vous. Restez assis, tirez le masque ou la languette pour amener le masque vers vous. Utilisez la bande élastique pour maintenir le masque sur votre nez et votre bouche et respirez normalement. Mettez toujours votre masque avant d'aider quelqu'un.
If there is an emergency landing on water, reach for the pouch under the seat or beside your leg rest. Remove the elastic band if required.
En cas d'amérissage d'urgence, prenez la pochette de gilet de sauvetage sous le siège ou près du repose-jambe. Retirez la bande élastique au besoin.
Pull out the life vest from the pouch. Slip it on, fasten the waist clip, and tighten the belt. Pulling the tab will inflate the life vest. You can also inflate it by blowing into the tube. The life vest should only be inflated as you leave the aircraft.
Sortez le gilet de la pochette et enfilez-le. Attachez la boucle de taille et ajustez la ceinture. Pour le gonfler, tirez la languette ou encore soufflez dans le tube. Ne gonflez votre gilet qu'au moment de quitter l'avion.
If you need any assistance or have any concerns, please let one of us know.
Si vous avez une inquiétude ou besoin d'aide, adressez-vous à l'un de
Oh, I
nous.
have concerns.
Thank you for choosing to fly with
I'm
Air
flying,
Canada.
ladies and gentlemen.
Merci d'avoir choisi
Should be
Air
very
Canada.
Now that the passengers have been notified of the safety procedures, we can now depart off the taxiway. Do you guys know why the some of the lights on the aircraft are like they're not actually attached to the aircraft, they're like floating? I don't know if it's that they just have a modded aircraft that I don't have, and it's just not represented in mine, but I don't know, I'm not too sure. Because I've noticed like with the when the 747 comes up a lot of times that the lights will be separated. But I know there is the 747 mod that you can download from Flight Sim TO, and this guy is, whoa. I should try the 16 out. I don't think I've actually tried it before. This guy's coming in hot. Whoa. Okay, he's kind of saved it there, actually. Oh, yeah, definitely a tail scraper there. That's for sure. Busy at LAX tonight. Got a lot of live players, which is shocking. I don't usually see this many live players. Everyone's usually on all players. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. This is the chart here. I'm pretty sure it's this first turn coming up here. Yeah. So this first turn, I'm just gonna literally go straight. No, I'm not going where that aircraft is. Not following that guy. We'll notify cabin crew. We got all green on our takeoff config. That way before I we're gonna line up and wait behind that guy, I believe.
Los Angeles Tower, Air Canada 1123 at runway 25 right, ready for departure, departing straight out.
Air Canada 1123, line up and wait.
Alright, there, line up and wait.
United 739er contact SoCal departure on 125.2.
Good thing I looked. I have no idea what this guy's doing down here.
Going to 125.2 United 739er.
Hold on, I'm just gonna cross.
Air Canada 1123, please acknowledge.
25 left. There doesn't seem to be anyone using that runway right now.
Line up and wait Air Canada 1123.
Yeah. didn't turn our runway lights on, but that's... We are clear to enter 25 left. Okay, turn our shields on. Notified our cabin crew. Up for 25 left, and we are clear for takeoff, so we'll turn our landing lights on. Wing light, nose light, takeoff. We got pitch 5 degrees down. We're going to set throttle to 50%.
Ready for departure IAR to Houston.
100 knots.
Skywest 6261, hold short runway 25 right. Traffic is Airbus A20 in on the runway.
Rotate.
Air Canada 1123,
That's positive
we're
rate,
not
gear
clear
up.
to take off.
Oh, I wasn't clear to take off yet.
Skywest.
SoCal approach Air Canada 1123 is tied Airbus A20N 1 mile southeast
I'm gonna
of
get a
Los
number.
Angeles 400 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Air Canada 1123 SoCal approach. Squawk 0473.
Squawk 0473 Air Canada 1123.
Air Canada 1123 radar contact 2 miles southwest of Los Angeles, 1,500 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
We're going to set our throttle to
Skywest
5.
5288, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Air Canada 1123.
Passing through 3,000 feet. Looking good. Really good, Director McGee.
Skywest 5288, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
And we're going to start increasing our speed here. Level off around 6.
Skywest 5288, climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Air Canada 1123, contact SoCal approach on 124.9er. Good day.
Turn on our autopilot.
Maintain 10,000 feet. Skywest 5288. 124.9er for Air Canada 1123.
Target green dot speed here
SoCal
for
approach Air Canada 1123 6,500 feet. Air Canada 1123 SoCal approach altimeter 29.9er to continue as planned. Air Canada 1123, you're leaving my airspace radar service. Terminated. Squawk 1200.
And disengage our ground spoilers.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Air Canada 1123. Los Angeles Center Air Canada 1123 is tied Airbus A20 9 miles southwest of Santa Monica 8,700 feet. Request flight following.
Okay. Now we're going to go to manage speed mode. Let our autopilot take over.
Squawk 6104.
let's zoom out here to see where.
Expect ILS runway 20
So we're gonna go direct rise then.
Sierra Lima India transition. Clear to Sierra Lima India. Skywest 3637, you are 20 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 24 right approach by LIVBN transition. Clear to LIVBN.
Squawk 6104 Air Canada 1123.
Air Canada 112 radar contact 12 miles southwest of Santa Monica 10,700 feet. Altimeter 29 decimal
And
92.
we've passed 10,000, we're gonna turn our lights off.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 24 right approach via lift. Transition clear to lift. Skywest 3637.
And we're gonna go
Alaska 213 or
cruising out
25
to
miles northwest.
38,000 feet.
Traffic.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 24 right approach by LIVBN transition. Clear to LIVBN.
Roger, Air Canada 1123.
Skywest 3637, contact SoCal approach on 128.5. Good day. Los Angeles Center Delta 1334 is passing flight level tree 15, descending 10,000 feet. Delta 1334 Los Angeles Center, continue as planned. 128.5 for Skywest 3637.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 24 right approach via LIVBN transition. Clear to LIVBN Alaska 213. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 20 right approach via Sierra Lima India transition. Clear to Sierra Lima India, Samania 27.
Alaska 213, contact SoCal approach on 124.3. Good day.
Then it got dark really fast. Why it just took a really long
Going to
time to get going.
124.3 Alaska 213. Los Angeles Center, United 739er 10,000 feet.
Air Canada 1123, contact Los Angeles Center on 135.5. Good day.
135.5 for Air Canada 1123. Los Angeles Center, Air Canada 1123, 16,900 feet.
Air Canada 1123, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 528,810,000 feet.
Skywest 5288,
Alright,
Los
past the
Angeles
transition.
Center, altimeter 29.9
With our standard
continue as planned.
altimeter 2992, which is already
Skywest 5288, traffic
set.
is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at 10,000
So
feet.
we don't need to
Airbus
worry about that.
A319. Report them in sight.
talk to me.
Southwest 2089er, you are 39er miles northwest. Descend and maintain 5,400 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway approach via Mikey I transition. Cleared to Mikey I.
SkyWest 5288 have the traffic.
Descend and maintain 5,400 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway approach via Mikey I transition. Cleared to Mikey I Southwest 2089er.
Los Angeles Center, United 739er 10,000 feet.
So if you guys are just tuning in,
Please expedite your descent. 10,000
we are doing a flight from Los Angeles to Portland. We just recently took off from LAX. Currently at flight level 20,000.
is passing flight level 320, descending 10,000 feet. Southwest 2089er, contact SoCal approach on 128.75. Good day.
We've got 158 souls on board today.
Continue as planned.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2607 is at flight level 290,
Yeah,
descending
should
10,000 feet.
be a smooth flight.
Southwest 2607 Los
The
Angeles
Rockies
Center,
will
continue
probably
as
get a
planned.
little bit bumpy, but
United 739er traffic is 9 o'clock, 3 miles at 9,000 feet, Boeing 737. Report them in sight. SkyWest 5288, please expedite your descent. 10,000 feet.
And we'll go direct QZ.
United 739er, please expedite your descent. 10,000 feet. SkyWest 5288, traffic is 2 o'clock 3 miles at 8,500 feet, Boeing 737. Report them in sight.
A lot of traffic here. Keep an eye out.
Going to 128.75 Southwest 2089er.
SkyWest 5288 have the traffic.
SkyWest 5288, please expedite your descent. 10,000 feet.
Sunshine Command, I encourage you to wear a seatbelt at all times. Federal regulations prohibit smoking on board. Air Canada does not permit the use of e-cigarettes. On today's flight, you may offer our Air Canada cafe service. A variety of food and drinks, as well as earphones, can be purchased using credit card. You'll find the menu in your seat pocket. Google Wi-Fi internet service is available on this aircraft. You'll be able to connect to the internet by paying with your credit card once the seatbelt sign is turned on. Learn more by selecting the Wi-Fi video from your personal phone. Thank you for choosing Air Canada. And have a nice
Delta
flight.
1334 traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 350 Boeing 737. Report them in sight. United 2641 traffic is 3 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 320 Boeing 737.
You guys ever just watch random YouTube drama?
Please expedite your descent. 10,000
And I get into these binge watching.
United 739er, please expedite your descent.
Or I get into binge watching these videos on YouTube of all these drama videos of YouTubers against
Delta
YouTubers.
1334 have the Boeing 737 in sight.
I must not have a life.
United 2641 have the Boeing 737 in sight.
Shit.
United 2641 contact Los Angeles.
Once we cross flight level 30,000, we'll turn off our seatbelt sign,
5288, please expedite your descent.
depending on what the turbulence is like at that point.
United
point, John.
739er, please expedite your descent. 10,000 feet. .8 for United 2641. Los Angeles Center, Delta 355 Heavy is passing flight level 250,
So,
descending 6,000
what I did earlier, guys, if you guys remember, is when I
Delta
set the
355
program,
Heavy, Los Angeles
and I
Center,
set our
continue to
fancy
live
for our
this plan.
distance,
SkyWest
or
5288,
in program, so we
expedite
can
your
see the
descent.
distance to that
10,000
waypoint.
feet.
We're 648.7 nautical miles from to Vancy. Also, what I did is I set top of descent radius around Vancy, which at this point in time you can't see because we're still quite a ways from that point in time. But what it is a blue circle, and I have it marked for 95 nautical miles around Vancy to start our top descent. Just kind of gives you a little bit of a visual reference of your top descent.
Los Angeles Center, Air Canada.
That way you're not have to like keep going like,
300.
oh, how far am I to here? Keep going to the X or etc. Like you can just literally see it right here. It's a lot easier. What's that? Oh, it's a little island. I thought there was a plane down there.
Los Angeles Center Delta 1334 is at flight level 320, descending 10,000 feet. Delta 1334 Los Angeles Center, continue as planned.
Okay, and we'll take a direct Spencer, because... Oh, seatbelt sign off.
Southwest 2607 Los Angeles Center, continue as planned.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated.
Oh, and of course, we get the turbulence. We're all... Ah! Everyone's going flying now. Alright. Just kidding. Seatbelt side's back on.
Los Angeles Center, generic Juliet, Papa Lima 660 is passing flight level 290, descending 6,700 feet. Generic Juliet, Papa Lima 660, Los Angeles Center, continues to LIVD at this plan. Generic 660, contact Los Angeles Center on 135.5. Good day.
Los Angeles Center, Alaska 1455 is passing flight level 360, descending 10,000 feet.
Alaska 1455, Los Angeles Center, continue as planned. Air Canada 112 traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 350, Boeing 737. Report them in sight. Southwest 39er traffic is 4 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 345 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Air Canada 1123 has the Boeing 737 in sight.
I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to turn off our ATC sound. Because, yeah. Alright, and I think our turbulence has softened a little bit, so we will turn our seatbelt signs back off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated.
So we've almost reached our cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. We got our seatbelt signs off, and we're just going to sit back and relax until we hit our top of descent, which is going to be 95 nautical miles from Vance, Vance Z, Vance Z, however we want to pronounce it. So this is going to be our first constraint that we're going to try to hit. This is the 13,000 feet at 250 knots. And what I did is I set a radius circle around Vance. So once we reach that 95 nautical mile marker, we will begin our descent. But at this point in time, we're going to reach our cruising altitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to COVID-19, we would like to remind passengers that you have to wear a face mask at all times during this flight. If you require a new face mask, please ask one of our crew members for one. Thanks.
Unfortunately, I don't have a face mask anywhere. Oh no. That's just gonna have to land her. Get her down on the ground. This guy doesn't have a face mask. Ah! Absolutely gorgeous. Look at mountain ranges. If anyone's tuning in out there, I would love to know where you're tuning in from, how your week's going. Got any big plans for the weekend? Look at our Navigraph charts here. So this could be our deviated a little bit from the flight plan, but so right now we're going direct Spencer, which is this waypoint right here. So we're just making a direct line. We're cutting this whole little corner off your, I don't know. It's like when you're walking down the sidewalk and you just gotta cut that person's front lawn, right? Just to save those few inches. It gets you to your destination that much faster. Until they put the fence up. So, we're just cutting this corner here, because it may save a couple minutes. And we are at our cruising altitude. Just sit back, relax, we'll turn our reading lights on here. So I'm thinking one day, maybe this week, guys, we'll do a VATSIM flight. We'll jump on the VATSIM network. Haven't been on it in a little bit. What's going on, Daryl? Good to see you. Leaving Los Angeles, going to Louisville. that the flight you're doing right now? Are you on live traffic there, my man? Might have saw you when I was there. Or are you doing like right now in real life? Daryl, I want to welcome you to the stream. You are my first viewer, so thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and the notification bell for when I go live, because I'll be throwing on my live streams for any time I'm on, which is quite awesome. Nice, man. Nice. That's awesome. Enjoy your flight. Oh, no game. Oh, you're so real life. Nice. Nice. Even better. I unfortunately haven't been in the air since COVID. Since before COVID. I miss getting away. I love flying. So you going on a trip to Louisville, or are you from Louisville? Leaving your vacation from Los Angeles? Oh, I may be confused here. You're playing Flight Sim right now, and you're flying from Los Angeles to Louisville, right? Oh, okay. FedEx 420. You flying all the good stuff. I like it. Cool, cool. Well, glad to see you here on the stream there, my man. Actually, you know what? I don't think I've ever done a flight out of Kentucky before. I never actually thought of a Louisville flight. It's not one of those places where like it comes to mind. Everyone thinks of like LAX and New York. So what aircraft are you flying? Are you doing like a 747 right now, or? Oh, okay, that's where, okay. They're flying a FedEx out of the UPS headquarters. Probably want to shoot you down. We got the competition flying in. 3:30. Cool. Also another aircraft I don't fly very often. I've only tried it once or twice. I believe they just updated the A330 recently, did they not? Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, it's busy. Very busy. Try to like get a runway clear, because I always try to make it like the most realistic as possible, and of course once you get on the runway you got some guy coming in from the opposite direction or appearing inside you. I can only imagine how busy it would be if you just put on all players. Live traffic and all players. You probably wouldn't even be able to get up to altitude. Your autopilot would take over and it'd be... the collision avoidance system would just kick in every second. Traffic. Descend now. So we are 586 nautical miles from our destination of Portland. Tomorrow I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll do the rest of that flight. We'll do the Portland. So right now this is a layover. So this is the layover in Portland for a day. And then we'll continue on and we'll do a Portland north to Winnipeg or something like that. Finish the journey. Yeah, you're on live as well. Yeah, same. Yeah, it's a little bit more manageable on live. Still got a lot of chaos in live, but it's a lot better than all players. So I've been trying to avoid Toronto on my streams lately because I feel like there's something going on memory-wise with the Toronto Pearson add-on that I have from Fly Tampa. I believe, so you're using Xbox, so I believe Honeycomb actually has a yoke for Xbox, but I'm using the Logitech 3. It's an old controller I've had for quite a while. I'm not too sure with the controllers for Xbox. you might be able to plug a joystick like into the USB into the Xbox, but I am the last person to ask for that. I'm sorry, Daryl. But yeah, I believe either Thrustmaster or Honeycomb have a yoke and a throttle for Xbox. But if you're willing to pay big bucks for those, and if you're able to find them, I think you're looking at about $250 each. $250 Canadian. I'm not sure what the conversion is on that. For American, it'd be like 170 something. Thank you, Daryl, for that like. I really appreciate it, my man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your flight there from LAX to Louisville. Get that good stuff on time. Deliver it on time there. Anyone just tuning in, we are doing a flight from KLAX to Portland. Portland will be our layover flight for tonight. We'll continue on. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm all over the place. Okay, so we'll continue on from Portland to Canada. We'll do Winnipeg, or maybe we'll do a nice long one tomorrow to Toronto. I'm not sure. I'm thinking my Toronto flight, Tampa Addons, is causing a memory leak. Because it seems when I'm streaming in Toronto or approaching Toronto, things go to poo. And if you guys watch my streams from Monday night, I believe it was Monday night. It was Toronto to Chicago. Whoa. Yeah. It's probably a video I actually should delete. I should probably delete my first two, because I didn't change any of the OBS settings. I didn't know you had to change OBS settings. I didn't know anything about kilobytes per second streaming the Wi-Fi. So, yeah, the first two live streams kind of ended up like garbage. You can count the frames per second on one hand. Meanwhile, my screen was completely smooth, but for you guys, it's not very enjoyable. You're looking at the honeycomb controls? How much are those going for there in the US? You know what, man, if you can find controls for the Xbox, go for it, because it is so much easier. Trying to play with the Xbox controller is very difficult, and I praise anyone who is able to do it. I'm pretty sure too there's also little keyboards you can buy for your Xbox as well, so you can actually have like more key bindings and stuff like that. You can actually do that stuff. That I could be wrong on, so don't take me up on that. But yeah, if you can just mostly use your controller for like switches and looking around, and actually have like a joystick with a throttle and stuff like that on it, and a yoke, yeah, it's gonna make your life so much easier. $300 for the package, and that includes the throttle and the yoke, right? That's not bad, actually. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, man. If you got it, I'd go for it. You can get like a full setup going. Tuck your Xbox away. Get like a little desk and set up your flight controls, and you'll be off to the races, the horse races. You know what I'm talking about. Place your bets. One thing I've always wondered, I've never tried, if I had like a supersonic jet, if I could chase the sun. Is it possible? Yeah, I'm not sure the 300. I'm not sure what the conversion rate is on that. Okay, so it'd be 378 Canadian dollars for the package. So that's actually, you know what, that's not too bad. So for my rudder pedals, they're about $220 just for the rudder pedals. So if I wanted to buy a yoke and a throttle quadrant as well, I'd be well over $700. Yeah, man, no worries. Yeah. Give it an idea. That looks cool. Yeah, this sim is so deadly when it comes to buying control stuff, because you see other people's like full cockpit setups, and you're just like, oh, I want to get that, and I want to get that. Oh, and that's a really cool yoke. I want to get one of those too. Oh, so deadly. I'm okay with what I have right now. I've got a Logitech Attack 3 controller joystick that I think I've had for 12 years. Since my FSX days. Yes, I was playing FSX with this joystick. When it, like, soon after it came out. So, the funny thing is, I cannot tell you where I got this controller from. But I want to say we got this controller actually when I was like 7 years old. And my parents bought our first PC, and I was playing the 18 Wheels of Steel. Like the original good old trucking simulator. And I'm pretty sure I used this joystick to play that, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's not that old, but it's the only time I could think of getting this. but it's been working ever since. I've been trying to find this trucking game that I played when I was really young, when we first got our first like PC back in like the early 2000s. My sister played this old Barbie Rapunzel game, and we would always fight over the computer because she wanted to play her Rapunzel game, I wanted to play my like truck game, and it might have been 18 Wheels of Steel, Pedal to the Metal, but the videos I've seen of this, of that game, it doesn't bring back any recollection of. So like what I remember is like having these police chases and helicopter spotlights on you, and if you went through this one tunnel, you would like arrive at like a truck racing place and you'd start truck racing. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing my mind, guys. Love those old nostalgic games though. Just brings back so many memories. I think it's like that original like 18 Wheels of Steel, I think it's what kind of got me into like my simulation games. Like, that was before the FSX. I think I was a little bit too young to understand that kind of stuff. I don't think I started playing FSX until at least grade 7 or 8, so 2007, 2008. But yeah, never thought that we would have a flight sim come out in 2020. That's beautiful. So if you guys are just tuning in, we are doing a flight from Los Angeles to Portland tonight. We've got pretty much everything already set up for our destination. We've got our preferred destination info here. We have our QNH temp, the wind. I think everything's pretty much the same. Yeah. We got our minimum decision height of 440 feet. We got our distance to advance, which is it's going to be our first constraint that we're going to want to reach, which is 13,000 feet at 250 knots. We're going to start top of descent, 100 nautical miles, 95 nautical miles from Vance, and which we do have a top of descent bookmark, which you can actually start seeing right here. So this is where we're going to start our top of descent. Yeah, I think everything else is pretty much in. We got all our other constraints here with our speed constraints. We've got our destination, arrival input, all set. And we are Gucci. So I'm hoping everything goes smooth once we get closer to the ground. I feel like once we get closer to the ground is when things start getting a little choppy. The one thing I have changed up, guys, is I'm not using the I was using the Navigraph desktop shortcut. So it's just the desktop app. And I was leaving that up pretty much the entire time, and I think over time it was causing a leak or something. But when I would close it, things would kind of seem to smooth out a little bit. So currently we're just going to be using the Navigraph charts in here because why not? They're right here and it's so much easier. But we'll do that. We'll stick to that. So I want to make it a good experience for you guys. I don't want it to be choppy. Alright guys, I'm just going to head out there for a few minutes. I'll be right back though. I appreciate the patience. Alright guys, I am back. My apologies. Again, I want to thank Daryl for joining us in the chat tonight as our first live viewer. So I'm going to be doing these streams for you guys, just you know, if it helps anyone get through a long day at work, or you know, just sitting around, you got nothing to do and you want to watch a little bit of flight simulation. Maybe you don't have it yourself, or you're away from your PC or from your gaming console and you want to play, but the next best thing is to watch. I don't know, honestly guys, I can sit here and do hour-long flights and I have no issue. Like, I can sit and watch this go by for forever. And I know it is a little bit different when you're just watching, especially on just a stream. So I'm trying to talk and I want to keep it entertaining, you know. Sometimes quietness is the sound of awkward, and yeah, people don't want to watch that. You know, maybe sometimes you do. But I do have limitations, guys. I'm not going to be spending thousands of dollars on a streaming setup. I do want to get maybe a mic if I decide to keep up with the streaming, because I know the audio is not the greatest. But again, I'm in no rush for that because I enjoy this the way I have it right now. Got my Tim Hortons here, so I'm good to go. Set. Yeah, if anyone's wondering who this guy is here, this is my Bubba J, my Jeff Denham Bubba J. He is unopened. Got him a couple years ago when Jeff Denham came to Peterborough here. He talks, but I refuse to open it. I'm so tempted to open it, you know. It says he has 13 different phrases. "13 of his best-known phrases." But I'm sure I can find a talking Bubba J on YouTube for someone, or with someone who's actually opened the Bubba J. Keep mine in pristine condition. Alright, we got my co-pilot has entered the cockpit. Come here, co-pilot. Alright, you're gonna help me fly. This is my co-pilot, Pepper. Hey, you gonna help me fly, girl? Hey, you gotta land in Portland. Oh, okay. You're not a fan of flying? Okay, you can go down. No, she's hungry. She'd rather eat. So Portland is also another place I've actually never attempted a landing at. I've only ever flown over Portland. Never landed at it. We could continue on to Vancouver, but we're still quite a ways from Banff, so we'll stick to Portland for now. So my roommate was showing me a video yesterday of a hole in New York City. This sinkhole has literally gone viral. And it's honestly the funniest thing you'll ever see. People are just crawling.
When I was a student, I'd write long essays that I'd work on for days. But now, I'm writing short emails and messages all day, every day. Grammarly has been
a bizarre story out of Bed-Stuy, catching many people's attention in a story that was first reported by the New York Post here. A man who found a large hole inside of a Brooklyn sidewalk started climbing down into it, making TikTok videos, but also infuriating a lot of neighbors there.
As you go down there, rodents are going to start coming out.
The neighbors don't like this.
Making a bigger hole where we already have a problem. Like, why would you do that to a community of people? Why would you do that?
If you want to be in this neighborhood, you're going to have to be paying more.
Okay, how much?
Well, these renovated brownstones run at least $4,000 a month, plus security deposit last month's rent, and the hairy man fee for the cost of making the grade.
4,000 doll hairs? I don't even have one doll.
Well, maybe you should do what everyone else does and find yourself.
The newspaper came out and did a story, then everyone and their moms crawled in.
So basically, guys, it's just a butthole,
type of half-ass
and people were just making viral videos of going into this pothole. Like, this guy literally had set up an entire, like, disco party in this pothole. Or in this sinkhole. Oh, it was hilarious. It was, kind of to bring out the infrastructure issues of New York City and its crumbling infrastructure. So hoping the stream's running smooth for you guys. I don't want issues. How far is Fancy from Portland? I'm getting a feeling this is gonna be like another, this could be a JFK and Lundy, where they want you to be on 19,000 feet at Lundy, but descend down to 3,000 feet within, like, what was it, like 30 nautical miles. It was like, or not even, it was like 17 or something. I was like, yeah, okay, that would be quite the descent. At that point you need shoulder harnesses for your passengers. No. I started disregarding the Lundy 19,000 constraint because it didn't matter what I did. I was doing a 2,000 feet per minute descent rate. By the time I get to the constraint point of 3,000 feet at I don't remember the waypoint, I'd still be at like 9 or 10,000 feet. It's like, there's no way. There's no way I'm getting down to 3,000 feet. I had to make it very uncomfortable for the passengers to get down to that speed, or to that altitude in that short time. So, usually do like 13,000. I usually like just around the 10,000, above 10,000. That way I can get my speed down, make sure that I'm no faster than 250 knots below 10,000, get my lights turned on. Hey, co-pilot? You all done eating? Oh, co-pilot's going to sleep now. So, we're landing this solo. co-pilot's on the spot, over on the chair, sleeping on the chair. So 300, actually a good way to be able to tell. So distance 315 nautical miles to Portland, and 246 to Fancy. Almost. So we'll still have we'll have plenty of time. Okay. Oh yeah, we're good. So we're descending down to 13,000 feet, and we still have like over 50. We got like 71 nautical miles to get down to 3,000 feet. 5 nautical miles to get down to 3,000. Co-pilot's knocking stuff down off the desk over here. Alright, co-pilot, you're kicked out of the cockpit. You are causing too much chaos. Out. Alright, well. Gonna lock the co-pilot out there. Going a little bit crazy. The co-pilot might have been under the influence of catnip. Okay, we got some turbulence. We're going to turn our seatbelt signs back on here. We got the mountains. Oh yeah, bumpy. Very bumpy.
Ladies and gentlemen, passenger averse turbulence. The captain is on the flatten seatbelt sign. For your comfort and safety, must return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Thank you. Ensuite, c'est la zone de perturbation. Les commandes imminentes continuent les ceintures. Perçoit le miroir rejoindre vos.
Bro, it's a little late for that. We already have people up. Hit the ceiling. Actually, I want to see Louisville, Kentucky. I want to see where I'm going. That's why a lot of people don't fly out of Kentucky. That's it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's the UPS. UPS headquarters. So it's for port of entry for goods and cargo. Doesn't have scheduled, well, no regularly scheduled international passenger flights. Let's see. Good size airport. So, what is the closest international airport then to Louisville? Is it Atlanta? Oh, okay, Lexington, Indianapolis. Oh, okay. Dayton, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, Hebron, Kentucky. Interesting. It's weird that Louisville International Airport is an national airport, but is that the one that they were? Yeah, Louisville International Airport is not an international airport, but just an international airport for cargo. Huh. Interesting, that's weird. Never knew that. Never knew that at all. You learn new things every day. Thank you, Daryl, for that. See if you guys are tuning in. Don't forget to hit the big thumbs up button. My thumb is not very big. I want to do that, but yeah, it's massive. And hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. Bling! Also, if you guys have any recommendation on names, I'm open to suggestions. I have T-Dog Gaming, T-Rennie Gaming, Fly-By Pants Simulation. I just fly by the seat of my pants. Or, I don't even know the term, guys. I know. I just fly by the seat. Is that the term? Pretty sure that's the term. Yeah. I don't really plan. I don't plan the streams. I just, want to jump on. I want to do a flight. I turn the stream on for you guys, so you guys can join in. So we're getting pretty close here to our top descent radius. Zoom out a little bit here. So we're still .90 nautical miles out. Maybe about 100. Probably about 100 nautical miles out from our top descent. We're going to turn our seatbelt sign back off here because we seem to have smoothed out for the time being. Oh, hey guys, so I just actually realized that on my stream I have it set. Ooh. I have it set for Las Vegas to Las Vegas or Los Angeles, and not Los Angeles to Portland. So my apologies on that. This is not good. And I'm gonna have to edit that title after we're done here, guys. My apologies. Kind of false advertisement for anyone who wants to see a takeoff from Las Vegas. So I'm not about the false advertisement or clickbait. A KLAX to Portland versus a KLAX to Los Angeles is a huge difference. That's definitely, I think I'm definitely clickbaiting, guys. I think I was thinking if I put KLAX to KLAX in the title, that I'd get like so many views. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind that. Yeah. But no, guys, we're actually doing the KLAX department. So KP, the Kilo, Papa, Delta, X-ray. That's the first time. Maybe that's why no one is watching, because it's like, oh, he's been live for so much time now, he's probably already landed at KLAX. It's only like a 45-minute flight or an hour flight from Las Vegas. Like, oh, he's just taxiing, or he's just chilling at the gate. No, guys, we're still able. We're still going here. I do want to attempt some of the other jets on stream. I want to try to get I want to get the CRJ going. And I also want to try to see if I can get the Porter livery for the Q400, because I would love to do some Billy Bishop flights to like Thunder Bay or Sault Ste. Marie. I think those would be really neat flights. It's hard to switch to aircraft you really haven't flown before, because you hear all the mixed reviews of the new Addons aircraft, and they're like, oh well, they're okay, but this isn't that greatest. It's like, well, do I really want to spend $30 or $40 on something that's like, right? So I'm okay with waiting a little bit longer. I do have the CRJ. Which I haven't really flown since I got it. But yeah, the Q400 I think would be a really neat one for some neat flights. Maybe do some short Batson flights out of Toronto to see St. Marie, Thunder Bay. Just some quick hops. We do, to Ottawa, Montreal. They got a flight to, if you guys watch Noel Phillips on YouTube, he came to Canada and did a flight with, the First Air? I believe it was First Air up to, northern Quebec. And, that looked it looked beautiful. Like just the terrain. So, yeah, just nothing for like as far as the eye could see. Barren wasteland. Lakes. Bogs. Marsh. But yeah, it's a gravel runway up there, so it'd be cool to do like a Montreal to like a northern gravel runway strip on one of the mines or northern Quebec towns. If you guys are just tuning in, I would love to know where you're tuning in from. Also, don't forget to hit the big thumbs up button if you like the stream. If you don't like the stream, unfortunately you can't hit the dislike button anymore, because I know on my first 2 streams I would definitely have been hitting the dislike for sure. Big dislike. Yeah. I have no issue. It's your choice. Either way, whatever choice you guys make, I'm happy. I'm here playing Flight Sim. I've got my Tim Hortons here. I've got you guys that want to join here with me, and I got this. Yeah, the GF in the other room too, but don't tell her. That's you play. Shh, just kidding. Hopefully she doesn't come over. No, I'm just kidding. I always have to do my goodbye routine to her when I come to here. It's like, I'm going into the office, she knows what I'm doing. Close the door. She's welcome in anytime she wants. Alrighty. So we are just over 20 nautical miles from our top descent here. Got 181 nautical miles to the airport and 116 to Banff. So we're gonna wait another 20 nautical miles until we start descent. Another 20 nautical miles until we start descent there. And you still have a calendar hanging from December 2021. A little bit off. So I worked on actually I did a new thumbnail today, as you guys noticed from my previous, like, 4 thumbnails. Changed it up a little bit. I actually think it looks really cool. I think it looks pretty good compared to my last 4. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to switch the title. I don't know if you can switch the title after or not, but if not, I'll be. You guys ever find that, like, when you're trying to do something new, especially something that's like you can't just like go back and fix, that's like it's always something that goes wrong. So it's like my first 2 streams on approach, things just got super laggy, and it's like, of course I did a 3-hour flight, or a 2-hour flight, so it's going all smooth for the first hour and 40 minutes, then the last 20 minutes. So, put it in easy terms. Alright, we're going to start our descent down to 13,000. And we're going to just watch our speed. We don't want to go over 280 knots. They keep it at about 275. And we are going to notify our cabin crew. After we turn the seatbelts on. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, also begin our descent. In preparation for landing, please return to your seat. Fasten your seatbelt, putting your seat to the upright position so you're treated. All hand luggage should be placed underneath the seat in front of you or near the headband. At this time, only earbud type earphones are connected into the aircraft computer system may be worn. After landing, we'll let you know when you can use your mobile phone. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on these small electronic devices can be used for landing. Thank you. Vous allez donc vouloir rejoindre vos fauteuils, mais attachez vos ceintures. Veuillez laisser vos sièges ainsi que vos tablettes et vous demandons également de ranger tous vos effets personnels sur les sièges devant vous et un compartiment dessus. Instrumentez, mesdames et messieurs, souvent les écouteurs à boutons peuvent
what they consider a small electronic device. Guy pulls out like a tiny, like, Apple MacBook or something, super slim. Oh yeah, it's small. Then some guy pulls out like another laptop, but, you know, from like the early 2000s, thick IBM stuff, you know, right? Sir, that's way too big. You gotta put that away. But sir, it's a laptop. He has his laptop out. Yeah, but sir, that's way too big. That's... That's what she said. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gone. We're out of here, guys. We will love voice out. They're so like yesterday, right? So I want to play around with the OBS a little bit, but I'm scared to, I don't know, like I want to get like, inlays and, or overlays and stuff like that. I'm not sure how to do that kind of stuff, you know? Not very technologically inclined when it comes to streaming, as you guys probably have already noticed. So we went over our speed of 280 knots that I wanted to not go over. And we have to be above flight level 240 at Mach C. So we are definitely going to be over 240 at Mach C. So we're down to 275 knots here. Going to turn off our lights, our interior lights here. A little bit of extra visual. Exterior view, or exterior vision. Glare. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that title there, guys, after, if I can. But I got the title set to KLAX to KLAX, but the thumbnail does say KLAX to KPDX, so yeah, I don't know, guys. It's very, which one is it? Oh, maybe it's a KLAX to KLAX, then a KLAX to KPDX. Nope. Nope, nope. So we are looking good on our time. We're just above 240 at Move C, Mach C. 1 nautical mile. We're going to be at like exact, okay, so we're just below the right here. So our next one is Portland. 1,700, 500 feet. Or not, sorry, that was, wow. What did I just say? 1,700, 500 feet? 17,500 feet, guys. Alright guys, we need the co-pilot back in here because obviously I am not the one to be landing this right now. Can't talk. What am I thinking? So we're going to lower our rate of descent here to 17. crazy how fast time goes by though, too, when you're doing a flight. Just look at how long I've been live here. For 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like, Jesus, it literally feels like it's been like an hour. Like an hour and a half. So we have to be above 17,000, I believe, at Portland. Yes, or at 17,000. Okay, so at 17,500. So actually, you know what? We are pretty dang close there. Spot on. We're going to come to our transition altitude here of 18,000 feet. We're going to set our altimeter of 29902 or 2999, 3,000. We're going to lower our rate of descent to 1100. We are a little bit low. We're going to keep our speed at 270 knots to timbers. Alright guys, I'm going to be right back. Okay, we're going to look at other constraints here. So 11,000 feet, or advanced, we want to be at 13. No, we're not going to listen to timbers. It doesn't make sense to go from 11,000 back up to 13,000. Back down to 8,000. So for anyone tuning in, we are currently descending into the final destination of Portland. We're going to be coming in runway 10 or 10 right. And we're the Timbers 2 arrival with the Muzi transition. I think it's the Muzi transition, which we have already passed Muzi. So actually, if we come to our Navigraph chart here, should see our aircraft on our approach of the Timbers 2. Oh, maybe not. We might already crossed it. Weird. Yeah, we've already crossed it. Sure. Oh. I have no turbo. No, we ain't not. No, we not. We're in those chart bands. Anyways, we are coming up to Vance. We are going to be almost at 13,000 feet. We're going to lower our speed down to 250 knots. So this will actually lower our rate of descent here. To reach our target. This is where you have to be very vigilant, guys, when you're on your approach descending. It's a lot of messing around with your descent rate, making sure that you're meeting those constraints. So now that we've crossed Vance, we're going to start our descent down to 8,000 feet here. So we have to be at 8,000 feet by flower. Alright, we're now in the clouds. It's going to be actually, now maybe the departure's not going to be that bad. It's a little bit overcast. I don't think we have any bad weather right now. As we descend to 11,000 feet. And as we descend to 10,000 feet, we're going to turn on our wing lights, our landing lights, and our nose light. And I don't think there was any speed constraints at any of these. No, so our next constraint point is at Micro, which is at 210 knots. So we are at 10,000 feet. Landing lights on, nose lights on, and wing lights on. So guys, this is all live weather, live time. So I'm honestly not sure what the weather is right now. I can actually read the ATIS info, but it doesn't look too bad. Scatteredness, just some scatteredness. So we got constraints after 8,000 feet of 7,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. That's a really weird constraint. Okay. off flower. We're going to descend down to 7,000 feet. Going to lower our speed down to 230 knots. Okay, well, clouds tossed up in front of us there. Jesus. Alright guys, hopefully everything's smooth on your end there, guys. I'm really trying to mess around with settings, changing things up, to make sure things are smooth on your end. Because I know things are smooth on my end, and I'm very much enjoying myself, like I always do when I play this. I love flying on flight simming. But I know it's not very much enjoyable when you're watching a very laggy, choppy stream. I'm trying my best, guys, so please bear with me, and I appreciate the patience and people that are willing to, hang in there. Literally, spontaneous decision to decide to start streaming. So you know what? This is a new adventure that I'm decided to embark on this night. I'm not high class, I'm not fancy, I don't have the top of the line system, I don't have, microphones and sound dampening, foam on my walls. I hope you guys understand. And we're going to level off at 6,000 for a second here. And we're going to set it flaps 1. We're going to have to lower down to 210 knots by the next waypoint. Let's do that now. Yeah, it just looks absolutely, look at the, it looks like unbelievable, guys. Like, it just looks so real. Like, I don't even want to switch views, I just want to sit like that and look at the lights. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take a nice screenshot. There we go. Now I can stare at the lights if I want to. Another screenshot there. A little bit more light there. Okay, there we go. Now I'm stopped. Completely stopped. Okay, we're gonna zoom in here because we need to be down to 5,000 feet now. at 210 knots. So we are, you know what, doing pretty good on meeting our constraints at this point in time. And what we'll do is we're going to go follow, what is it? Oh, what's this? Oh, anti-ice. Okay. Turn that on. So we're going to go brew, pub, and then depending, probably do about 4,000 here, and we'll go direct Heron. Make our descent down into Portland. So what I'll do is, once we pass Hub, I will I'll start at descent down to 4,000. Get down to 4,000, from 4,000 to 3,100 is not very difficult to make up. So as long as there's no need, I feel, to go all the way out to Heron. Just literally, or not Heron, sorry guys, it's Escape G? Escape? Escape. So I just can't print out. And we're going to descend, or lower speed down below 200 knots. And begin our descent down to 4,000. Now we are on our manual track here. Once we get down to 4,000, we're going to turn to meet up with the localizer here. We'll turn now. We are low enough to meet that. We're just wasting fuel if we're going way out to escape up. Lower speed down to 190 knots. Gonna set our auto brake to low. Ground spoilers, arm nose. And we're gonna now make our turn.
2,500.
Turn ILS switch on. Alright guys, we're looking good. We'll lower speed down to 180 knots. And we're going to set our altitude down to 3,000. We're going to turn our localizer switch on. Line up with the pink dot. And we are going to lower our speed down to 160 knots. Turn our runway lights on. We'll do a flap 3. full flaps. Not sure what's going on there with the autopilot. And we're going to set our approach switch on and gear down. We got full flaps. Lower speed down to 150 knots. We got visual of the runway. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to get some butter landing.
2,500.
We got gear down, auto brake set to low. Ground spoilers are armed, flaps are full. Cabin crew has been notified, seatbelt lights are on, landing lights checked. And we are good for landing. So we do have some weather coming in here. Hopefully a little bit of snowy rain mix. Maybe just rain. We'll lower our speed down to 140 knots. And I am feeling pretty confident that we can probably come in here manual. So we got visual on runway, 10 right. We're going to follow our glide slope and our localizer, stay center line. And we're going to lower our speed down a little bit more to 135 knots. Drifting off the center line just a little bit. I think there's a little bit of crosswind. Must be a little bit of crosswind coming.
1,000.
Focus on getting center line here. We've got 2 red, 2 white. So we are all good on our wide slope. Yeah, we are definitely being blown. That's for sure. We're gonna give it a little bit of more rudder here to get over. Gears down, flaps are full. Speed set for. Speed set.
100 above. 500.
500.
Minimum.
Position
400.
height. We are continuing. Approach is stable. 2 red, 2 white.
300.
300.
200.
200.
200. 100.
100.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Speed to idle.
10. 5.
Alright guys, I think that was pretty butter. Didn't even have the nose gear come down yet. There we go. That was butter. Get butter landing in the chat here. Below 60 knots, so we're gonna turn our reverse thrusters off, and we're gonna exit taxi or runway, taxiway here. flaps up. We're going to do ground spoilers disarmed. To cross over our holding point here, we're gonna fully come to a stop, and we're gonna shut down all of our lights, and we're gonna put taxi clearance to the gate. All right. So guys, I think that was a successful landing into Portland. I would say that was. Considering the little bit of wind we had and the rain, I'd say it was not bad. Not bad at all. Let's turn our runway lights off here. And we're going to ask for taxi clearance to the gate. Taxi via Charlie 9 using taxi. Okay, using that bad. Sorry, wait, what was the taxiway there? Using taxiway. Thank you. Taxi to gate Charlie 9 via taxiway. Thank you very much. Love you, ATC. Oh, that's why I said. So it's right there. I see. Alright guys, we are going to pull up here to our final gate destination at Portland. We're going to shut down engine number 2. And we're going to turn off our taxi lights here so we're not blinding the marshaller. A little bit forward here. Alright. Parking brake is set. Turning off engine number 2. And another flight successfully completed. So again, I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight on this gorgeous flight out of LAX to Portland. Turn our strobe lights off there. We can turn off pretty much everything. Turn our seatbelts off. Turn our de-icing off. Everything off. Alright guys. Again, greatly appreciate you guys joining me tonight. I want to thank you, Daryl, for being my first live viewer. So that's quite the accomplishment and the achievement for myself. So I want to thank you. I hope you land your flight okay in Louisville. Get all the good stuff there on time and it all in one piece. Hopefully no one sparks up the aircraft. Then it would be really flying high. And yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. And we'll see you guys possibly tomorrow night, and if not tomorrow night, possibly Easter Sunday. We'll do an Easter stream where we'll complete this layover flight from Portland to I'm thinking either Winnipeg or Toronto. So we'll do that. We'll do that one day this weekend. So again, thank you guys. Have a great one. Oh, that's a cool livery. Oh, they got Lone Star, State of Texas. That's cool. That's really cool.